The Obsidian Lamina is a masterpiece of a weapon. It is the peak scythe in all of FromSoft history. The Life Hunt scythe? Get out of here. The Burial Blade? Not a real scythe. The Freedy, the Ice Great Scythe from Dark Souls 3. No, not that one. The one from Sister Frieda, oh, for fuck's sakes. Look, all of those are absolute trash when compared to the glory of the Obsidian Lamina introduced in the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Why, you might ask? Well, sit back and enjoy while I tell you why I'm right and you're wrong. I'm Umbruhh, and let's get this started. So for those of you living under a rock, or still can't be promised Consort Radahn even after the nerf, the Obsidian Lamina is a Reaper, or why don't they just call these scythes? Anyways, it's a scythe that scales primarily with dexterity and arcane that you obtain after finishing the Sir Chadsbach questline and summon him for the last boss. There, you'll find it on his corpse where you...
I just astonished. Come on you.
But yeah, after you get this weapon, it's a fucking blast to use. So like some of the other weapons in the game, Rivers of Blood, Blasphemous Blade, and the the Moon Veil, this is a somber stone type of weapon, meaning you can't infuse it, but it does offer more of a unique experience than some of the other scythes in the game. So let's start off, of course, with the Ash of War. Dynastic sickleplay, which kind of sounds like more of a weird communist-inspired fetish rather than the name of an attack. But make no mistake, it's so fucking cool. Like, listen to this. It's a 3-part Ash of War attack. The first part has you dash back or around the enemy you're fighting, then you can follow up with an advancing slashing attack, and then followed by another even more evil, cool-looking slashing attack before posing like a cool anime villain. It's like if the fucking Bloody Helus and Eleanor's Poleblade had a goddamn baby after some very angry hate sex. You know, a bit of swinging, some dynastic sickleplay, and then this little shit was the result 9 months later. Sorry, I don't know how VivziePop got a hold of my script. And I mean, sure, you can talk about the benefits and the versatility of this Ash of War, but let's be honest. The only reason it truly matters is because it looks cool as fuck. And I know what some of you will say, how else is this weapon good besides the Ash of War? Well, first, let's talk about the cool factor. This weapon is called the Obsidian Lamina, which in itself sounds cool because you combine obsidian, that cool rock that forms when lava meets water, allowing you to go to the netherworld, which will later send you to the emergency room after you get your eardrums blown out by the sound of a ghast. Not to mention the Lamina part, which is 1 letter off from Lamia, and Snake Girls are in fact based. So combining obsidian and snitties to form a cool-ass scythe? What more could you ask for? Well, I mean, aside from a nerf to the Moon Veil. Yes, another nerf. God, I hate this weapon so much. But I guess I should be talking about the perks of this weapon gameplay-wise instead of just glazing how this weapon looks, rather than how it performs. So let's do that. So, like I said, the Obsidian Lamina is a scythe with B-scaling in dexterity and D-scaling in arcane, meaning if you have a fuck you, I win build, a bleed build, this weapon will be perfect for you, especially if you love the scythe moveset. And, I mean, yeah, sure, it doesn't do nearly as much damage as the Grave Scythe, nor can you infuse it, code it, or customize the Ash of War, but why would you need to? It's already perfect, and who needs damage when you've got style? And plus, it's an arcane scaling weapon, so, you know, if you got a bleed build, you can ruin people's nights with this thing either way. And speaking of the Ash of War, Dynastic sickleplay isn't just good for pulling off sick attacks or pulling off partners in a really fucked up and dangerous sort of way. The first part of it is really good for dodging out of the way of certain attacks, allowing you to follow up with an attack. Wait, maybe I already said that. But still, you get my point. It's really versatile. And another cool thing to remember is you actually get a potency bonus with any Dynasty-related skills or spells or weapons if you're using Ansbach's armor. So if you want to make the most out of this weapon and look awesome at the same time, take a moment to look like Sir Chadsbach of the Pureblood Knights. But, of course, there's always going to be some losers that say shit like,
Ew, why wouldn't you just use this scythe when you can just use the Great Scythe instead and infuse it with a cult? Or, ew, it's a bleed weapon and only edgelords use this weapon.
or worst of all, I think I messed up Ansbach's questline and wasn't able to unlock this weapon. And I have only one thing to say to that. You are a Redditor. Why, you might ask? Because I fucking said so. Now piss off. Oh, and I'm not an edgelord. I'm the edging lord. It's a completely different thing. But I can only glaze this weapon and make a complete ass out of myself on camera for so long. So that's where I'm gonna wrap things up right here. Thank you all so much for watching, and please stay tuned for next video where I'll show you all the best fedora to use for an optimal Milady build, and showing off my really cool new DeviantArt OC. Her name is Rolana, the Twin Moon Knight. She's Renala's sister, and she's really cool because she's in love with Mesmer and she has 2 swords, and, well, I will save that for next time. Until then, I will see you all later. Umbruhh, out.